Hey, hi all. So, in this video, I am going to explain what is correlations. Okay, why it has been used. Okay, the purpose of the correlation is to identify the relationship between events or alerts. Okay, so basically in the monitoring perspective or so supporting phase, we will get lot of alert and lot of alarms. Okay, so all the alarms or issues may be related to a particular issue. I mean, though we have many alarms, all the alarms, the root cause will be the single one. Okay, or the same one. Okay, so that's why we want to group the alarms or events. Okay, that's how we want to do the correlations. Okay, so that means logically we are grouping the same events, same alarms or same issues. That's it into a single one. So that is what correlations. Okay, so correlations is achieved by the AI driven. Okay, so either it can be achieved by the machine learning or deep learning or data analytics. Okay, so obviously these techniques comes under the AI driven. Okay, artificial intelligence. Okay, so even correlation happened by the AI. Okay, so that's why we call this here. Usually IT operations means they will take care of the support, right? They will take care of support of the application or support of the environment. That's what called IT operations. Okay, IT ops. So if it is if it is driven by the artificial intelligence, then that is called AI ops. Okay, that is artificial intelligence for IT operations. Okay, so almost this started in the 2016. Okay, so the what AI apps provide to us. Okay, so it provide three things. One is anomaly detections in IT operation data, then big data management. Of course, see in the in monitoring, in oil monitoring, we will have lot of metrics. Okay, bunch of metrics. So so all the big data has to be managed. Okay, or analyzed. Then even the correlations. So these are the three features provided by the AI apps. Okay, so anomaly detection is means so it is any some unusual condition or unusual the kind of new records or new situations. That is what anomaly detections. Usually anomaly detections can done by the machine learning. Okay, okay. I am not talking about any particular tools. Okay, I am not talking about it in any particular tools. Sorry. Okay, so obviously as I said, the finding relationship between the events. Okay, the data analytics, it will for the data analytics it will make easy to understand or identify the root cause of the problems. That's what. Okay, so the of course the goal of the correlation is just group the related events into single groups or group the events for particular issues. Okay, so let's say I am getting out of memory error or slowness or hung thread, something like that. So I want to group all of the events that related to the particular issue. That is what real meaning, layman definition for correlations. Okay, so correlation means it comes under the incident management. Okay, so that's what we are going to do, right? So whenever we receive the many alert, okay, we will correlate all those event and we will create the incident in any ITSM tools. That's why the correlation comes for the incident management. Okay, so in the incident management, how we are how the correlations are occurred, what basis is occurred. Okay, okay, that is defined by the KPI. KPI means key performance index. Okay, key performance index. Okay, so here there are several values to be identified from the large volume of data. Okay, these are 9, 10, of course 10 metrics, you can say 10 values or 10 metrics has to be identified on those event data. So accordingly, then let's say if the mean time to acknowledge, okay, or mean time to resolve, MTR, okay, if it is high, then we will check those are the those are the whatever those items or those are the problems are correlated highly. That's what. That's how. So, for example, okay, see, KPI means what? How much booking has happened in any reservation site, okay, or how much web API when the web API getting more load, okay, or how many bookings happened in last hours, okay. So these are the key performance index, right? So when let's say at the last minute we are getting more reservation, so how the system responds for that. So that's what. So these are some of the KPIs, okay. So these KPIs will be very customer to customer or application to applications, okay. But these are the KPI facts. These facts these facts impact the correlation correlation quality. Yes, these parameters are related to the impact the event correlations, okay. So okay, so this is what correlation techniques, okay. Before looking into the particular tools, okay, how many techniques are there? Okay, there are several techniques available for the correlation techniques, okay. One is of course time based event, okay, or rule based event. Okay, so time based events means what? Okay, for 9:30 to 8:30, how many events are there? Okay, so all the events together. And the topology based event correlation means we will do this kind of correlations in event sorry, network data, okay. And domain based event correlation. Let's say we are getting many alerts, okay, then we will classify a particular domain, let's say something.coms or some tool specific, something like that, okay. So domain based we can group the data. See, very simple. We have a large volume of data in SQL tables, okay. That table has n number of columns, okay. So in that tables we can group based on any column, right. So as long as it is in integer, something like that, okay. So we can group any columns whatever we need accordingly to our business. Similarly, see, these are some techniques: topology based, domain based, time based, rule based correlation, and then history based event correlations, okay. Then code book based event correlations, okay. So this is what usually all the events mapped to index, sorry, matrix, that's it works, okay. So then pattern based event correlations. So here this pattern based correlations is built on top of or hybrid of, okay, you can say hybrid of time based event correlation and rule based event correlation. So by hybrid of these two is called pattern based event correlation. So here of course machine learning is applied, okay, or data analytics will be applied. So these are the different techniques. Of course, this is low level details, okay. We no need to, let's say I am going to discuss about the ELK, how the correlations happened here, okay. But at the same times I don't want to know which techniques in ELK has been used to identify the correlation. Obviously I no need, right. Again, it could be like time series data or matrix data, discrete data. So based on the data types, okay, based on the data available, okay. So that's how the techniques will be defined, but I don't need that much these low level details, but these are the techniques are used or involved to identify the correlation among the events, okay. Then okay, so there are several softwares that are available for correlation. It could be open source or licensed one, okay. There are several softwares are there, okay. The correlation is not just today emerged event techniques. It is not like that, okay. It's prolonged, in fact, in IT industry. So there are a number of tools are there for event correlations. I am going to talk about the event correlation in the ELK tools. ELK means Elasticsearch tools, okay. So here ELK correlations can be attained in two things. One is APM metrics or APM data and security information and event management data. So in these two data only we can do the event correlations, not any other metrics, okay, or any some junk data, something like that. So some arbitrary event of data you cannot do any correlation as of now, but maybe down the line they may introduce. But as of now, the correlation can be identified by the ELK tool itself on APM metrics and SEAM metrics. We call it SEAM metrics, okay. So if it is APMs, what the how it is used here now. So correlation for transaction latency. Let's say we are getting slow response. Okay, for a particular API, we are getting slow response. So obviously, the correlation can help us. So what is the root cause and what are the APIs or what are the APM, what are the APIs doing taking a long time to respond, something like that. Okay, or what is the resource taking long time to do this. Okay, so because of that, what are the event has occurred, either hung thread or something like that, okay. So we can get the correlation for slow response and find the correlation for any transactions. Let's say some API call or some resource request has been failed. Okay, so whatever the events are related to that, that's grouped into that. Okay, so there are two type of correlations are implemented, we can see in the Kibana itself. Okay, again, anomaly detection also can be done in only in the APM data. Anomaly detections can done by done on APM metrics of APM metrics means APM metrics collected by the ELK. Okay, and for to identify the anomaly detections, we are using machine learning jobs. Okay, so this is one of the tools. This is what one of the tool which do the correlation among the events. Okay, but there are several tools are there, I am not going to discuss, but these are the quality of the these are minimum quality of the these tools. Okay, based on these qualities, we can select which tool I am going to use, or I suppose to use something like that. Okay, so this is what any correlation software capability. So this should these criteria. Okay. Okay, that is what I have to explain about the correlations. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like the content of this video, please like the video and please do subscribe. If you have any questions, please put in the comment box, and I expect your comment also. Okay, thank you.